Good morning. Today with my 7th and 8th grade students, we are making bread. So I used to love in homeschool where we would take one unit topic like snow or yeast or pumpkins and then do a whole day about it with English, math, science, social studies, Bible. So we're going to do that today with bread in every one of my classes about yeast, how it works, and how God talked about yeast in the Bible. We're going to look at it through a microscope in science and do an experiment. We're going to make bread and work on fractions, on how we can multiply this recipe. And we're going to talk about how Jesus took bread and multiplied it, how he used it as a symbol for his body. And then in Bible class, we're also going to be talking about those same things and making bread. So I'm really excited, and I've never made bread with this many people before, so we'll see how it goes. I'm a little bit nervous, but I think that if I tell them, we're gonna be really responsible and pay really close attention today, it's going to be really fun. I've been looking forward to it. So I cannot wait to show you our bread making day here at school. I picked up these at Walmart. They were really cheap. This one comes 5 for maybe $2, and then these bigger ones are for my Bible class, and it was 3 for maybe $2. So very inexpensive to make lots of bread with a lot of people. We are going to start our class with this video on fermentation by the Amoeba sisters. Okay, so when I make bread, I put my hot water on in the sink and I just get it really hot. I don't take the temperature of the water, but you probably should. And I just know that every time I do that, where I just get the water as hot as I can under the sink, it has worked really well for activating the yeast. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to be preparing a slide of what the yeast looks like when it's activated underneath the microscope. Took a package of yeast, 1 cup of warm water, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Put it in here, mix it all together, and then put the balloon over the top. It has been sitting for about 2 hours. The yeast is feeding on the sugar, which is producing carbon dioxide, and that is going up, the gas is going up into the balloon, and this is showing the students what is happening to their bread as it is rising. Okay, that day was crazy, but totally worth it. So at the very end of the day, we took the dough, the kids took their hands and sprayed them, and I gave them each a chunk from their giant bowl. They molded it, shaped it into the shape of bread, a loaf, and then stuck it in the pan like this. And then it'll raise for 1 more hour. They'll bake it at home on 350 and maybe for like 15 to 20 minutes. The thing is that these are half the loaf size as a normal loaf. So hopefully 15 or 20 minutes works. I'm gonna bake this one at home and hope that it turns out. Okay, so I handed out this extra credit assignment, and during Thanksgiving break, they can make a loaf of bread for their Thanksgiving meal. And I wrote a how-to article on how to do this. And then they used this as an example for their passion paper to write a how-to article. And if you don't know what the passion paper is, I will link that below, the video where I talk about how to write a passion paper. Each student is picking something they're very passionate about and writing about that all year with different kinds of genres. So we just wrote an informative essay. This is a how-to. The kids are also working on narratives right now. And then they worked on those in class today. So I'm excited to read them. We had such a fun Yeast day. I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Let me know if you guys wind up making this bread with your family and if you like the recipe. Bye.